In Utah, when I was a boy, everybody knew what a downwinder was. We were the anti-nuclear capital of the world. I was an autistic kid. My father was a drafted United States Marine, an incredible man. I come from an incredible family. My uncle stood on Omaha Beach on DD. I grew up on a huge ranch out by the lake. He was a beautiful, incredible person.
I'm here.
He was at Pendleton, combat ready, and they were human guinea pig. They were marched into the trenches in Nevada. They're called atomic veterans. He nearly died at the blast. Between 1951 and 1968, we had 300 open-air tests. Well, as different scientists started to write about this, Wallace Stegner was at the University of Utah at the time. I got to know him. Edward Abbey was hanging around here. I got to know him. I got to know all these environmentalists, and I was an environmentalist, and it was a passionate, intense subject matter there.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Twingate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. Twingate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. They'll be calling you a radical. May God have mercy on all of your souls.
Nuclear power was evolving. We were promised, oh, this can't happen. It will never happen. We cannot have a meltdown.
Well, good morning. Freaking, if I was a racehorse, they'd put me down in the hospital again all night last night. My God, it won't end with me. You know, I've had this problem my life. They know it. Doctors know it. That's why I think it's what happens to us nuclear fallout babies. You know, I have a problem with my immune system. I have. And trust me, I do everything there is to bolster it, make it strong. I'm vigilant. It happens as I was a little kid. But I'm blaming those Bernie fucking Sanders assholes, by the way. That's where I got it, seems like. But anyway, I think it's bronchitis. I don't know. But in my eye, in my ear, I went deaf in my ear again. That seems to be the thing that happens to me is I lose my hearing in my ear. It seems, and I know, I'm smart enough to know, because I've been dealing with this my whole life, that one of the big things, the markers, is your earwax. When your earwax goes solid, it's your natural body trying to protect you because of your immune system and the things that are out there. So it's happened to me a lot of times in my life. I'll be perfectly fine, then I'll just go deaf. And, you know, and the earwax will still off. And I know when it does that my body's in danger. And so, and I've been doing this since I was a little kid. I was a very, very sick, mutated baby. My mom didn't even know she had twins. Before I go off on this fight we have with the whole nightmare nuclear cartel, which I've been battling my whole life, me and my mutated twin sister, my amazing, beautiful, incredible aunt that got to be the most brilliant woman I ever knew. Amazing. One who always defended my activism. She always defended me. Her funeral's today. She was an incredible. Abe and Ella's oldest daughter. They had 3 girls, Abe the 4th. That brilliant artist, brilliant, kind, down-to-earth, genius. She always defended me, even when everybody found was like, God, Kevin, some of the things you do, blah, 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 you know. She always stuck up for me, was always there for me. She got it on so many levels. Her intuitive mind, her brilliant mind. She had got Alzheimer's. So is my mom. My mom's in an incredible battle with it right now. It's a horrible fucking disease. But my mom laughed me. So, ended up her funeral in Honeyville, which used to be called Hunsakerville. Yeah, named after him. But she'll be buried there next year. Raymond. But, so, you know, we battle on this. Now, I mean, I don't know that people know why I hate the nuclear industry so fucking bad. This is my whole life. You know, I get past where I go for a long time, I get healthy, and then you fucking name it, I get it. I've had a compromised immune system from birth. I was born mutated. I got a twin sister. The doctor didn't know there was another twin in there. You know, male-female twins are a mutation by definition. I was fucking all fucked up when I was born. So was she. I don't know how we lived. Cortisone was, excuse me, cortisone was new. If I get too sick, I'll have to drop it off, but I'm all right. So anyway, and, you know, my fight with leukemia, I mean, what a fucking battle. What a fucking war I've got on my hands. You know, like I said, if I tell the doctors in there last night, if I was a fucking racehorse, they would have put me down a long time ago. Fuck, you're a walking fucking miracle. I think about it, you know, and I've worked so hard at making my body strong since I was young, and I'm strong, and I can go, and this has been an ongoing thing my entire life, you know, constantly. My lungs were so undeveloped when I was young. I had really severe fucking asthma, you know, and I overcame it all. I made myself really strong. I actually ended up being a pretty good distance runner in junior high school. But, so, you know, I'm vigilant every day, you know, and my activism and what I do, everybody says, fuck, look where you put your ass. You make your immune system weak. No, that makes me strong. You know, it's when I'm not going hard and doing the things that, you know, maybe sometimes I do go too hard. I don't know. But I know when I'm not going hard, these things seem to happen to me also. I've done so good the last 4 years, but this year, fuck. Ever since November, December, fuck. I mean, it's boom, 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 boom with me. You know, it's hard to fucking figure it out with me. My immune system just won't fight things off like it should. You know, was all the heavy chemo compromise it? I don't think so. I don't know, maybe, but it's no different than it was before. You know, but my body is strong, and it fights back. And I think there's a lot of people out there that can relate to my path and my story. They were both in the, you know, late 50s, early 1960s. There's a lot of us out there that parents were radiated, whether it be the mother in the womb. Now, let's remember how radiated the milk was. And, you know, I grew up on a ranch and a dairy farm. I wouldn't drink fucking milk. It was my body telling me, no. Now we know how bad they lied about the radiation in the fucking milk. Well, mama's drinking the milk while she's pregnant. They're telling them that's the right thing to do. So there's so many people in the United States that have been murdered and sick and maimed by the nuclear industry and covered up. That's what they do. Those 350 open-air tests in Nevada spread all over the fucking country. And the number one thing, it gets into dairy. It gets into the cow, you know, the synergistic effects. You know, the cow eats the clover and freaking synergizes inside the freaking cow, just like it does in the mama nursing the babies and this, that, the other thing. But my father, of course, nuked at ground zero. By the way, him and my aunt, they just adored each other. I mean, I was such a close family. You know, it's sad they're all gone. But so many people, so much autism. That's why we have all the autism in Utah. You know, so much lung problems, so many different elements. Look at the multiple sclerosis in this country, what it's done post the bombs. I mean, I don't think people realize that multiple sclerosis is nuclear fallout. I mean, you can trace it. Look at the explosion in it post the bombs. You know, and the more the radiation in the atmosphere, it's a fucking killer. I think about the guy I used to work for, a real prick, as a classroom when I was a boy. His wife, he would. Oh my God, what beautiful. She died so fucking young of that disease. So many people can relate to this path and this story. So many of us were compromised from birth. Our parents You know, there was 100,000 troops, 60,000 Army personnel, support personnel, radiated, 40,000 Marines, human lab ratted. You know, fuck. Their sperms, their chromosomes so fucking mutated is unbelievable. And, you know, you could trace birth defects, you could trace autism, you could trace all these fucking diseases, cancer. You go right to the fucking Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and then the arms race, which never stopped. And these fucking mad, crazed fucking monsters. And look what they did to people. You know, they just fucking destroyed people. I mean, so I think, you know, I run it by my doctor all the time. I says, I think that's the reason I got leukemia, but I think it's also the reason I survived it, because I got ML de novo, which is leukemia-presented tumors, which is, fuck, it used to be an automatic death. It's very hard to diagnose. It gets misdiagnosed because people don't know it. But my theory is that, you know, my bone marrow won the war. It's been fighting it since birth, and it presented and pushed it out into tumors. But all it does when it pushes it out into tumors, usually presents there. And that's just, for some odd reason, a presented tumor, a cluster in a tumor, but it's usually extremely aggressive. But that's my theory. My body's been fighting it from birth. Me and my father's chromosomes were so fucked up, you know, from being zapped at American Ground Zero. And now anybody that knows my twin sister knows the same thing as her. Oh my God, what a beautiful young woman she was. Wow. That's all I dealt with my whole life. All these assholes trying to freaking date her, you know, whatever. Fuck. Drove me crazy, by the way, but she's got a lot of health issues. So, you know, she's got some cancer on her back going on right now, but look what they did to us. Look what they did to our fucking planet, and they still continue to do it. Now, in the hospital last night, they're like, Kev, this kid, young guy, is checking my heart. He's like, do you know about, he says he studied biology. And I said, well, you got to know about Fukushima. Oh, yeah. The other kids, oh, yeah. And the young girl, oh, yeah. He says, did you hear about the robots they sent in there? I says, yeah, they all melted. He says, yeah. I says, doesn't that fucking, oh, yeah. And then the other kid piped in and he says, oh, yeah, that's going to be spewing all over us forever. These were very young, you know, in their 20s still, you know, fresh out of college, you know, smart. I mean, what the fuck have we done to the fucking planet? What the fuck have we let these mad fucking maniac fucking monsters done to us? And we don't fight back. Now, I want everybody that's fought this anti-nuclear to really know, and we'll never get credit for it. That we will never get credit. But I can tell you right now that we fucking won this war. We already won it. Now it's too late. Yeah, of course. On, you know, most of us and so many. But if it wasn't for us, the small group of avant-garde artists, YouTubers, you know, the activists, and they'll admit it. I mean, I read 2 different articles says that the anti-nuclear activist has really gotten a lot of strength over the last few years. The world's anti-nuclear finally, again. You know, no changes are permanent. I mean, do you know how pro-nuclear these fucking ignorant, dumb, fucking dogmatic sheep were? Because they fucking postured and groomed into fucking being fucking nuclearized. So, I mean, fuck. It was just, not that long ago, 85% of people believed in fucking nuclear energy. 85. That was Al Gore's fucking doing, by the way, that fucking rap. By the way, I want people to understand and know that this whole agenda that Al Gore pushed, that nuclear was the replacement of fucking dirty coal, and clean coal was an oxymoron, that he pushed. Let's get real. You know Al Gore owns nuclear reactors. I mean, that's what people want. You go, every one of these propaganda. Okay, that Rat Forbes, that crater-faced fucking creep who needs his fucking teeth knocked out. I mean, can you believe that guy? You know, he's lucky. I mean, I'm a peace activist. I don't believe in violence. You know, they're all lucky I don't believe in violence. I can tell you that. He owns nuclear reactors. All these people, Daily Mail, they own uranium, they own nuclear reactors. All these people, I mean, it's where all the money's at. It's free money. So these people that all push it, still push it, and the cover up of Fukushima, every single one of them have vested interest. Every fucking one of them have a vested interest. It's their fucking bread and butter. They're sick. They're greedy, sick fuckers who don't give a fuck who they kill and maim and mass murder the fucking planet for their own sickening, fucking pathetic fucking greed. It's disturbing. It's disgusting. And so, we battle on. I'm fucking very vigilant on my diet. I juice every day. I hike every fucking day. I do everything, I've transformed my body. I'm in incredible fucking strength for my fucking age. Really incredible physical fucking strength. But I just know what I'm up against. My immune system's been compromised since I was young. And live like that, I think there's a lot of people out there that do live like that. It's fucking, what a fucking brutal war we got ourselves wrapped up into, this self-indulged, me, fucking disgusting group of fucking human beings. So, but the polls were 85% not very long ago. The new polls are all showing. Oh, look at these guys. The new polls are showing us are 64 the other. It's flipped. What are you birds up to? Fuck, been in the hospital again all night last night. Fuck, if it ain't one thing, it's another. I told the doctor, I says, if I was a racehorse, they'd put me down. Fuck. Fuck. You fuckers. Huh? In my ear, I've gone deaf in my right ear. I'm right in the middle of my radio show. You guys wanted to be on it? Hollywood? This fucking guy, he's something else. This dude, he's famous in this fucking town. Of course, we still haven't figured out what he's famous for. But he's famous. I haven't figured it out. What are you guys doing today? What about, you guys still freaking running racehorses? Oh, yeah. Oh. This is racehorse country out here where I live. My aunt's funerals. My aunt passed away. My mom's sister. So I'm headed up to Hunsakerville. Freaking one of you old Idaho birds. They were born in Lava, Idaho. These are old Idaho. We don't live far from Idaho. Idaho border's right up here, right up the freaking road. So, one day at a time. What a battle. The old work truck. Been there, said it's laid up for a while. Kind of like me, laid up. Well, stop back by. I got to finish this up. Yeah. So, it's nice weather out here. We finally got spring. It's coming. So, we're all up against this. We're fucking all mutated. So, I mean, it's outrageous this is still going on. But I want everybody to know that's out there, they should be so proud of themselves that, we did it. We turned the world anti-nuclear, which is the greatest human rights feat in human history. Now, none of us are going to get any credit for it. That's okay. But we're the ones that did it. It's undeniable. It's unarguable. We did it. Small fucking group of us out there battled our fucking ass off. The vulnerability. You think about what we put up with and what we did. But we won. And I want people to very much know, we won. We've already fucking won. I can tell you that right now. I fucking watch these polls. I see it. I feel it. I understand. I know. That the major thing, now, like I said, too late for so many. So, yeah, but, we're going to move into another mode. And the mode will be the fucking criminals fucking, it'll take time. They're going to get exposed. And they're going to fucking pay. And so, but this fucking world is anti-nuclear now. Even the United States, North America is anti-nuclear. And I'll say, and like I said, we did it. A small group of grassrooters. Not the old, the old fucking anti-nuclear fucking establishment. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should be incredible and ashamed of themselves. And I don't give a fuck what people think of me. I fucking broke ranks from those guys a long time ago. They should be incredibly fucking ashamed of themselves. Look, when Fukushima happened, they ran right to the same fucking players. You know, and I love Helen Caldicott. Don't get me wrong. Helen's she's a doctor. What an accomplished woman. Oh, my God, what an accomplished woman. But when the chips got down on the fucking table, and when it was down to the fucking nitty-gritty, you're back. There's that certain time in everybody's life where you're backed into the fucking corner, when fucking all the fucking facade comes down. There's that certain time in a person's fucking life. Right? I mean, it's fucking all in. There's no fucking hiding. There's anything. You're going to get exposed to the raw core. That was Fukushima. Fukushima, our greatest fears, the hell anti say. Now let's remember Kevin Camps and Beyond Nuclear. They softballed and panty painted this fucking issue so grotesquely. Helen, when it came right down to it, refused to even use the F word, Fukushima. They turned to their money because they make a lot of money, both of them. Soros fucking sponsors fucking both, a lot of them, both of them. And so when the fucking chips got Gundersill, I mean, he's come around now somewhat, but come on. He was all over the fucking media. Arguing with me, no, Kevin, it's just a hydrogen blast. That's all. And people had fucking Chris Busby. Oh, my God. Well, I always knew he was a fucking rat. It'll dilute national television. I mean, this MAT, all of them. When the chips got fucking down and it was time to the facade fucking just opened up, the real ones come out, screaming, fighting, fucking swinging in a fucking fight. It got exposed who the real and there weren't many. And so the small fucking group, there were people that didn't even know what fucking anything about nuclearism that took this fucking battle on. And what a fucking war. I scream my head off the work that we did, there ain't that many. We won. You realize what an accomplishment that is? I don't think anybody knows. And we're talking maybe the fucking greatest feat in human rights history. I think it's unarguable it's the greatest feat in human rights history. Look what we're up against. Barry Antoinette, Barack Obama propped up with the nuclear industry, all in nuclear. The Senate and the fucking House both all 100% nuclear. Fucking the whole media owned by the nuclear. Everything fucking against us to the 10th fucking power. But we have this thing called YouTube. And the ripples fucking spread across. Now, and we used it. And we fucking went crazy. And we did it, and we won. It's one of the greatest feats in human fucking history. These fucking polls have dramatically shifted so dramatically. This country, this fucking world is anti-nuclear anything. That's plowshares. Megan Rice people will tell you. Oh, Kevin Blanch, they were pissed off at me a lot. And I said, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to get her out of jail. And because they used to go on this ridiculous hyperbole bullshit. I don't even know where it came from. You used to hear people all the time, we're against the bomb. ICANN saying, well, of course, we know who ICANN. They're not anti-nuclear. So we're against the bomb, but we're pro-technology, pro-energy. Megan even said it when she got up, but her hierarchy doesn't say that. I took care of that. Nuclear bombs, nuclear energy, the same fucking thing. They're mass fucking murder, fucking rape, loot. They're the most evil thing in the fucking history of mankind. It's really the evilest people in fucking human history. So we battled and we fought and we screamed and we went off. I understood as the artist, Michelangelo, art is nothing but a form of communication. He used to break it down in his four. You want to talk the original avant-garde, but of course, he really wasn't an avant-garde. He was an activist artist. What an activist. Think about what he fucking put up at the end of his life. Read his poetry. Please let death come to me. Look what they did to him. But, in the purity of the original avant-garde, those kind of people had no money. They used film. I knew that. With this YouTube, I know that the cognitive process that goes through the eye into the brain is fucking hundreds of thousands of times more than the written word. I knew that. The visual. I've lost the hearing in my right ear, so I'm hanging in there. But there's my videos, 2012 of them. The real view count is fucking tens of millions of fucking views. Now I want people to know, and same with Miss Milky the Clown, Jan Brooks, same with Christina Ratchick, right on this fucking radio show. Some of the grassroots right here. Think about Jules and Stan and Christina, their radio show on the early. Go back how fucking early that was, and the work that they did. They had a big fucking following early. I mean, all fucking over. It's incredibly accurate. I like these people that call themselves prophet. This Paul Bagley, a prophet. All these fucking so-called evangelicals preaching this prophecy. But none of those fuckers are prophets. I mean, they're the opposite of prophets. Think about our group. Do you think our group was prophets? You want to fucking see prophecy? Look at the video I did the day of Fukushima happened. Look at Jan's video the fucking first few days. Look at all my videos the first few days. Look at, Christina fucking Bradchick's work. And by the way, without money. Jan spent her own money. Christina had no money. Jules had no money. I had no fucking money. Well, that's the fucking best activist, ain't it? I mean, that's it. And I understood YouTube. I understood the visual communication. Wow. I think it will be written one day. I told Lori, by the way, Lori yesterday, what an activist she is. For years, after Fukushima, in Southern California, you're talking the busiest split right there in the intersection, there was a freeway signer that's putting up Fukushima stuff all the time. Nobody could ever fucking figure out who it was. Well, that's who it is. So yesterday, Bernie had to drive on it. He's in San Diego, headed to L.A. It's only one way. So she got her sign up there on the freeway, and she had, Bernie, no nukes on our beach. We're battling San Onofre right there. He had to see it. He see it. I mean, you can't miss it. I mean, she's such a good actor. No money. Poor, broke, freaking starving, fucking avant-garde, fucking amazing fucking activist. Why? Because her mother freaking died so young of leukemia and it broke her fucking heart. She's like me. Watch my dad die, watch our loved ones die. It just scars us. It makes us angry. It fucking burns a fucking hole. And we're not going to we're going to defend our loved ones. My brother used to say, you're really going to watch them load him in the body bag? Oh, fuck yeah. I want it to burn a hole in me. And I think that's a lot of the activists, what they've done to us. My fight, I look back and I come from this family, grew up on this big ranch of all these athletes. Big fucking, the men out here on this ranch, us, I was the fucking runt. And you know what about the runt? And that's me. Fighter? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. But my uncle comes in. He set up at the church here, because we live in a very Mormon community. I don't participate on anything, but it's an old Mormon community from day one. Stood up church. Well, you guys want to go see Kevin? You better get down there and fucking see him. He'll probably be dead this week, it looks like. So, and, that's what everybody thought. I didn't think that. I even think the doctors thought that. I was like, oh, fuck, I've been here before. I've been on death's doorstep many times. My other uncle, who lives in Alaska, the old fighter pilot, gave up the NFL career to be a fighter pilot. Well, that's because, because he loved the country? Oh, no. For the fucking money. Fuck. You go in the military as an officer in 1960, fuck, NFL players made no fucking money. He's still alive. I think he's down here. I'm going to get him on the radio show. If you wait till you hear this guy, you'll think, fuck, now we know where Kevin got it from. Fuck, this guy's something else. Wow, what a fucking guy. He told everybody, what the fuck are you talking about? He's a Kevin ain't going to fucking die. Fuck, he's been through these fucking life and when the whole fucking giant haystack went up the top, collapsed on him, he was buried underneath it, and I dug him out. Come out there just a few scrapes on him. He says, this fucking kid ain't dying. Fuck, if this was going to kill him, he would have died a long time ago. This ain't nothing new. He called me on the phone. He says, you ain't, man. Fuck, I watched you go through fucking so many scenarios like this. It's unbelievable. You ain't dying. I said, yeah, I ain't going to die. He got colon cancer. Cut the colon cancer, refused the chemo after. Fuck. He told me the other day, he says, Kevin, he's anti-nuclear. He's so fucking funny. He says, I think you've got a little crazy. I says, that's coming from you? Yep. He says, that fucking chemo brain got your fucking brain. Them chemo brains, when you get those chemo brains, you don't think you're crazy, but you're fucking crazy. I says, that's one of the greatest compliments I ever had fucking coming from you. Fuck, this guy's some fucking else. My brother and him got in a fight over some property on the family farm. My brother's a pretty big dude. Pretty good shape. And, My uncle's fucking his head. I says, fuck, my money's on him. You guys fight. I'm telling you, he'll kick your ass. I don't care if he is 80. I wouldn't fight this guy fucking now. I mean, there ain't no way. So, there's a lot of us like that out there, and I think that became the activists. We were very wounded. There's a lot of wounded people. Jan was wounded. You know, I was fucking wounded. A lot of us were wounded, and we weren't going to fucking take it anymore. You know, to say a cliche. We're like, fuck you. You know, we're going to fight back with whatever we got. Fucking YouTube? Fuck. I was like, fuck. I argued with another professor, you know, right as BP. I was experimenting, then trying to fucking finish a PhD. And I'm like, wow, what a gift we have here. I understood the video. I said, this is the greatest thing ever. I'm like, fuck. And then, of all people, I saw Elizabeth Warren speak on television on somewhere. And I knew Elizabeth Warren from back in the day when I was in New York. And she, anyway, she had talked about the copyright laws in the United States and how these fuckers use them for them but not for us. And she talked about one of the greatest rulings that we ever got was digital copyright had been placed as mirrored published copyright, and they did not view it, they did not rule it as television, or radio. It was a major victory for us. And why? George Carlin, the 7 words you can't say. So that was out. So YouTube was mirrored as published, which makes it means you can say whatever the fuck you want. I mean, you can write about pretty well anything. You can't fucking, you know, there's things you can't fucking say, but, you know, we all know what those are. But you can use any kind of language. I mean, you can be as vile. I mean, it's First Amendment. So the ruling on the, what year was the ruling on the Supreme Court ruled on television and radio and through all the language that you can't say, blah, 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 blah. We thought that was going to happen to the Internet. It was a major, major fucking ruling, and I knew it. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I told this other professor, because he wasn't born here. He was born in India or Pakistan. I'm like, no, sheep. This is the United States. We have the First Amendment. You know, the rest of the world, that's one thing that we have here. And, you know, it's like Dane up in Canada. He's in Canada. The United States is very different. By the way, he didn't do anything fucking wrong. Look at those evil mass murdering motherfuckers that are going against him. What the fuck? Because he tries to defend these fucking nuclear fucking scumbag weasel fucking pieces of shit that fucking, you know. I love his term that he came up with. Whoever came up with the nuclear apologist is a fucking brilliant word, but they're even worse than that. They're scum, by the way. Like I said, I'm a peace activist, and they're all lucky that I am. And so I believe they'll get theirs. So I'd like, holy fuck, this YouTube genre. Of course, I didn't know if Fukushima was going to happen. I was an anti-nuclear human rights activist, blah, 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 blah. You know, my whole path. I'm like, and I changed my rhetoric as an anti-nuclear activist way back because I remembered the anti-nuclear activists that raised me. And when we used to win, you know, we had it popular and fucking, and I remember how they did it. And then I remembered the softball panty painters, how they fucked us. So I went back a long time ago, which caused me a lot of shit on our universe because I was at the University of General Electric. The legendary finance professor, Clyde Cooley, who got our MBA program, the genius, I mean, you want to talk sad. Romney's killed him. I could prove it. The number one, I mean, you want to talk a blow in my life, well, a lot of people's lives. President MBA program, number one fucking in the country. He gets mad cow and fucking mows him down and die. So I'm stepped in there fucking, you know, I caused a lot of fucking shit. But, you know, that's why we're number one. We were old school great act fucking professors that used to be able to do and say what they wanted. And fucking, that's where you get the, I'll quote one of Dr. Lutz used to say, the mind is not a fucking storage shed. It is a workplace. And they let us be the workplace. They let us run our own show. The professor ran the show, ran the program. That's the way it was. It wasn't this corporate oligarchy that runs academia now. They fucking hijacked it. That's why we're the number one school business in the country when I taught there. Whatever. I talked to Mike yesterday, you know, the dean. I says, fuck what the school did. He says, oh, it's fucking outrageous what they did to you, Kevin. But we all lost our cover up there because they got corporatized like everybody else. So, using this genre, I'm like, I can say fuck. This other person, oh, you guys, no fuck, sheep, get back in your cage. I can say fuck all I want. This is the United States. You know, I grew up here. I remember the activists of the 60s. Come on. I mean, whoa. You know, Carrie Barefoot Dickerson. Either you stop Black Fox or we'll fucking kill Black Fox. That's a woman that, just a school teacher, and she would scream it in their fucking face. I'm not afraid of you, she would say, you know. Madeline Rice, Megan's mama. You know, so many of these, I mean, fucking bulldogs. I mean, bulldogs. They'd get right in their fucking face. I mean, right in these fucking, they fucking put the fear of God in these fucking nuclear rats. You know, a lot of guys did. And then we turned into the panty painters, just like Michelangelo when they fucking panty painted his work. New pope comes out, we got to squash this guy. This guy's changing the world. This guy's fucking, you know, he's blowing up the fucking whole Catholic Church establishment. You know, and the one pope was a fucking let him go. You know, every one of those paintings are painted over. They used to call them the fucking diaper painters. You know, I don't know when that term came, but a guy came up with the term, the panty painter on him. I was like, oh, do I love that. That's what they tried to do to me. You'll hear these people all the time say, oh, you know, Blanch uses language. Well, fucking A, I use language, you stupid fuckers. That's what we do as activists. What? Just like at the rally. You know, one of those fucking Murray sheep probably gave me that. You know, I'm like, get back in your pants, fuckhead. Quit yelling that fuck you. That's what you do at rallies. But these sheep are so posh and groom in Utah, and the guy told me we're just more modest society. I said, the fuck we are. We're passive-aggressive. Modest? We're the most passive-aggressive rats in the fucking world. So, we did it. I know we did it. Well, I'm telling you right here, we won. We did one of it. I mean, the small fucking group of us out there, you know, and the other people came along and they fucking piggybacked on it, made it bigger and bigger, and then that ripple turned into another ripple and the ripple. We did it. Who would ever believe it? You know, I used to tell everybody, I'm going to take down the nuclear industry. It's impossible. You can't do that. I said, watch me. I know I can do it, and I know how to do it. This fucking world is anti-nuclear now. Now watch, mark my words, you're going to start to see all the rhetoric change. You're going to start thinking, now is it too late, of course, for so many. I mean, the fucking ongoing catastrophe of Fukushima, the Great Pacific Genocide, you know, like I said, this Bagley fucker and all these fuckers, these having these fucking Bobby-thumping fucking evangelicals who fucking air-sucking earth crawlers, that it's all God's will just so they can have no personal accountability. What a lazy crutch, and I don't mean fucking Charles. I mean, it's pathetic. Prophecy? Oh, they're dumping fucking plutonium in the Pacific Ocean. Fucking, it's going to fucking genocide the Pacific Ocean. Who can do that? You know, over and over and over. The prophecies that we told, the fucking reality that we told, the education that we schooled, we changed the fucking world. Now, we'll never get credit for it, but it doesn't matter. So I got to sound Lori, the brilliant artist down there, you know, I says, you know, our art, because she uses her mom's sewing machine, does great pieces. You know, and they're great. And, you know, she knows her shit about art. She's well-schooled. And I says, our art will probably be worth the money, a lot of money one day. But we'll probably most likely be after we're dead. You know, that's the way it goes. She's like, yeah. You know, the starving, struggling fucking artist who's compelled every fucking day just to get it out, fucking fight out, and doesn't give a fuck. Just that's what the art, that's what the United States artist, that's what Jackson Pollock was. You know, not these fucking establishment fucking, you know, Da Vinci connected fuckers. No, the activist true artists like Michelangelo, like Jackson Pollock, just fucking screaming to get it out, the fucking message. Compelled hardcore to do it. The human rights activists. So, what if, and by the way, the group of us paid such a hefty fucking price. You think about the price that we paid. Economically, socially, you know, health-wise, all of it. We paid the fucking price. Oh, hardcore. It's very sad. In a lot of ways, the personal attacks, the fucking, you know, the PR firms teeing us up, you know, why we're sick, why we're in a wheelchair, Dana in a wheelchair, you know, Jan lost her son. You know, these rats in Canada, these creeps go after them. They can do anything they want to us. You know, I was officially handicapped. I remember when I walked out of the bone marrow, I said, hey, Kev, here, we got a handicap sticker for you here. I'm like, I don't want no fucking handicap sticker. I ain't fucking handicapped. Dead in a wheelchair. Right on video, guys trying to beat him up at a boat shop. That happened to anybody else, fucking they would go to prison. Not us, anti-nuclear activists. Not that they do whatever they want to us. They can abuse the fuck out of us while they're killing the fucking world, the greatest event in human history, Fukushima, the greatest fucking genocide of the greatest ecosystem in fucking history, the greatest story ever told. We told it. You know, we tried. You know, yeah, we accomplished the world going to go anti-nuclear. Too late? Oh, fuck yes. Look at the Pacific Ocean. But we recorded in history, and us mutants and the little mutations born into this fucking world, and the animals and the whales and the starfish that they slaughtered and mass murdered. When I came up with the line, the emperor has no fucking clothes. Wow, what a fucking line. I mean, you walk in California, and I was the first one to start reporting this clear back. I started to see the typos were empty. They're all fucking empty. That's enough right there. So starfish, all gone. You know, it started out clear back then. To it's evolved now, all the whales washing up dead. I mean, the greatest fucking collapse of the greatest ecosystem in the history of Earth. And scientists are baffled. They're puzzled. They're fucking stuck. I mean, the emperor has no fucking clothes. You can't even wrap your mind around it. How ignorant it is. How gone it is. How obvious on the nose of your face that it is. The heat source coming off Fukushima, Japan, they've been pushing it into the fucking ocean. They don't even know what it is. They'll admit it to you. Berkeley is running the fucking head of the snake. They'll tell you they don't even know what it is. It's nuclear fission. It's gamma rays. You know, that's the best one that fucking Thomas Ackerman ever came up with. The age of fission. They don't even know what it is. Yet they continue to dump it into the fucking, oh, that fucking big, it'll dilute. Chris Busby said so. Fuck. What a just like, you know, it's a big bathtub. It's just slowly going to mod. Just like, oh, we're going to test some fish. Well, 1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fishy, 4 fishy, 5 fishy. Oh, boop, look at this fish. 16,000 times background levels. You know, it's got currents. It's an ecosystem. The fucking swiftest rivers in the world, the Pacific Ocean. So, to think that it's just homogeneous, a bathtub, and it's fucking everywhere the same is insanity. But it's obviously killed the plankton. It's like I see this fucking dumb chick, I don't know who she works for, but whatever, keeps writing this over and over. How the mist Fukushima, the radiation can kill a whale. You know how many radiation it takes? I'm like, are you fucking that stupid? The whales starve to death. The radiation kills their food. I mean, this isn't just, I stand there, shoot you, watch you die. This is an ecosystem. We all skip the 3rd fucking grade. So, you know, the major fraction in the food chain. The major fucking fraction, which is the greatest event in human history. We did it. He got fractured. You know, and the chain fucking just all the way down. People say, oh, well, we'll just go on without them. You know, starving sea lions are breaking into the fish farms now. Shoot the fucking sea lions. Well, has it evolved to humans? Oh, fuck yeah. There's a cancer epidemic in this country that's off the fucking hook. It's like the NCAA slave tournament. That's all it is. For the NCAAs, not the universities, the hijacking, they make millions off these kids' backs. The coaches make all this fucking money. The coach is nothing but a slave owner. And these kids, you're going to play, Johnny, you're going to play in the NBA. No, you're not. And they're running an advertisement. And this guy's walking with his friend at a party. And he's talking about sea turtles laying their eggs. Yeah, I saw this. God, it was the most beautiful thing, which is anybody that's ever seen it. But that's the culture we live. So he's walking by, and they got, you know, young girls just falling over. Oh, God. Like, his conversation is so dry and boring that it's just killing him. I mean, at the exact same moment that 445 sea turtles wash up dead in fucking Mexico. They're all, I mean, you think about that. Think about it. And how metaphorical is the commercial? Art imitate man. Fucking. Think about it. They're dropping dead. You know, young females, you know. They're just falling over. Yeah, they're falling over, all right. The cancer. I think they need to be sued. Whoever put that commercial out in the NSA should be sued. I mean, it's so offensive. It's so vile. But isn't that the country we live in? We like to kill things just to watch them die. A guy come out the other day because I went off this fucking deer. They killed the biggest mule deer in here. Well, he was protected, dumb fuckers, out on Antelope Island. You can't hunt there. That's why he used to walk up and eat out of your hand. That's why he became the group's biggest meal business. They auction. Why would they auction that off? Like the state of Utah needs some money. You know, a couple $100,000. What? Guy says, well, God, if you go out and shoot a deer and you eat it, I'm like, okay, hillbilly. I never said that. I never said anything about that. I never said anything about that. This is a federally protected fucking animal that they changed the rules after he's grown up. And then you walk up and he's like Bambi walks. He's like your pet. And then you blow his head off. So you can cut his head off, sell the rack, and tour it around at these boat shows. Think about in Oregon right now, the boat show sells. You know, they've closed the fucking fishing. They're going to close all of it. There's no fish. The fucking salmon run, you know, they lie and they propagate. Now think about this. All we've heard is a lie, how great the fishing is going to be 2015, 2016, they can pitch all great. You know, look up these fucking lying websites, these lying pieces of shit. But it's a total collapse. So they're still selling boats fucking bigger and more vigorously than they ever have. Think about the dumb fucker that's buying the boats. Because they're fishermen that can't fish, skiers who can't ski, surfers who can't surf. It's all fuck false bravado. It's all image. Got me my big boat. You know, they're not about to tell the truth. They just lie. Everybody goes on lie, so everybody will, let's go to Oregon fishing. Get out on the chartered fucking boat. Oh, sorry, fishing too bad. Come back next year. Thank you for spending your $3,000. Bye. That's what it is. It's like, go to San Diego. Go to all up and down fuck California. None of those fuckers could surf anymore. You know, you see slobs fucking dressed up in fucking wetsuits and, you know, men and women of a generation my age, and you're like, look at the, you know, surfers are the most fit people in the world. You could see by looking at them, they can't fucking surf. So they drive around, they got stickers on their vehicle, they got a vehicle all fucking retroed out, you know, they create this image, then they get in the water and they float around, they can't surf. Same here, skiing. Oh, we'll come from Houston. Well, you know, right here, I talked to this idiot yesterday, I work from Connecticut. You know, Weber County, huh? No, Huntsville. I says, that's Weber County. You fucking, so you're, tell me how smart he is, how he spoke in front of Congress, sold this gun. I says, you don't even know the fuck county you live in? So, that's, oh yeah, we're going to buy this fucking place. Oh yeah, we look at this, let's go skiing. So I said, okay, let's go. They can't ski. Because that takes hard work to learn how to fucking ski. It takes hard work to learn how to surf. You know, so they're selling boats like fucking crazy. The propaganda fucking machine in Oregon's on, which, by the way, anybody who lives in Oregon, I mean, talk about the epic denial in Oregon. You know, I was up there the second anniversary, did that interview with Jack Dresser. Lonnie and I, you know, did that gig up there. And you look back on that, and wow. I mean, people don't realize that what a hit Oregon's taking every day, all day, every day. There's plenty of people in the NRC that when Fukushima happened wanted the state of Oregon, especially in the coastal regions, wanted it evacuated. Oh, it'll be here. Remember their propaganda, it'll be here in 4 years. When there was a bridge washed up on the fucking beach in Eugene on day 7 or 6. We knew there was reports coming out that it was already in the jet stream hitting California within 12 hours. And so they just lie. Gina McCarthy, and that's my other big fucking thing on this, is, okay, you got Fukushima, you got BP, you got Porter Ranch, you got the environmental fucking rape artist called Barack Obama, worst president fucking, well, he ties with Bush, I mean, well, I think he's even beat them, Fukushima. Flint, Michigan. They all knew. Boy, you hear them going crazy about that rat, the governor, that piece of scumbag. Gina McCarthy even taking some fucking heat, that scumbag. Not a peep about the president of the United States, Barack Obama. How come he gets a fucking pass? He's commander-in-chief. If this was Bush, he would be crucified 24/7, non-fucking stop. But why does this guy get a fucking pass on everything? He just sits back. This is president of the United States because he's the most unpresidential president in history. He just surfed him. He's just buying his time. You could see he don't want to be there. He got all geeked up about it early when they played the stupid puppet, and he's not smart. Everybody put up this thing, he had this high IQ. No. He's a propped up fucking zero. He's a dumb puppet. He's the dumbest puppet we ever had. I can prove it. Look it up. I want you to Google YouTube. Barack Obama, 2008, in Illinois, an activist stands up there and asks him. It's all over YouTube. She says, hey, president after president says they're going to clean up Hanford. If you become president of the United States, are you going to spend the money and actually really clean up Hanford? He says, you'll never hear this from another presidential candidate, you know, but I don't know what Hanford is. Now remember, this is a guy that's propped up by the nuclear cartel. This is the stupid puppet. Dumb puppet. So he just goes on, he got all full of himself. You go look at this bitch. He was so arrogant and in love with himself, why wouldn't he be? They propped him up like he was the next Messiah. You know, these things, and give him Nobel Prize one before he's done anything. I mean, it's outrageous, and so just the flip Michigan thing alone, you know, let alone the fucking greatest ecological catastrophe in human history, Fukushima. How about BP? How about Porter Ranch? I call him the leaky president. I don't hear one word anybody fucking going after. He should go to prison for fucking just fucking Michigan. He's the president of the United States. Where does the buck stop? Oh, he didn't know. Well, so what the fuck does he do? So he's president of the United States. Oh, his people didn't get. What is he doing? Sit around, watch Sports Center, fly around the fucking world? Fucking, you know, he sure knew about Fukushima after it happened. Gave that fucking speech. I mean, that's the biggest crime in fucking human history. The biggest violator of fucking human rights ever is Barack Obama. You heard me right. The biggest vile violator to human rights. He's fucking more than fucking Hitler, more than Genghis Khan, more than Pol Pot, fucking Cambodia, more than all Barack Obama. You heard me right. He stood on the fucking White House lawn. You know, I voted for the fucking guy. You know, what was the fucking thing? Because I'm a peace activist. I wasn't going to vote for the Republican fucking war machine after we were fucking gone through the fucking Afghanistan fucking Iraq nightmare. You couldn't vote for him. I'm a peace activist. So he stands there and he says, no, the levels will be all right. We still need nuclear and prepared speech, and the American public has the right to know. You know, just prepared, he fucking read it off, and then him and Secretary Cho, the CEO of Westinghouse, the CEO of Halliburton, the CEO of General Electric are all flown to fucking Brazil and meet secretly and orchestrate the cover-up of Fukushima. When his kids are already gone out there. You know, so what does this fucking guy do? You know, so why does he get a pass on everything? I really, you know, Gina McCarthy, my God, she's a fucking moron. She's another stupid puppet. She was head of RadNet, they crashed RadNet. Think about these fucking puppets they got. But there's accountability. Barack Obama has committed, I mean, of course Bush is a war criminal. Fucking the chain all the war. You know, Ted Nugent, that big mouth, I still want to fight that. I'm going to fight that guy. You know, I hope somebody can set it up where we can meet one day. You know, my father was killed. You know, this big mouth fucking, God, he's a fucking vile, threatening fucking piece of shit. You know, he'll threaten people with guns left and right all over YouTube, whatever. I mean, I heard him the other day saying about Megyn Kelly, yeah, I like to sit in front of the TV and load my magazines in my fucking automatic gets. That's against the law. That's a fucking threat. But yeah, she's so good looking. I always like it. I mean, he's a creep. I want to fight this fucking guy. I'll rip his fucking head off. And we get in the fucking ring. I'd like to do it. We'll put gloves on, whatever. We can, it'll be a pay-per-view. He'd last about 3 seconds with me. Yo, want to bring guns? Whatever. Fucking rat piece of shit. These Republican war heroes. Dick Cheney, fucking draft dodger. George Bush, draft dodger. Donald Rumsfeld, Russia. How about Bremer? Fucking all of them. War criminals from hell. But then we go to the Obama administration. The environmental poisoning rat from hell. BP. Could have been fucking bomb shut immediately the first day. He let it go on for all. He let him spray dispersant, just annihilated that place. Gave so many people cancer. Fucking killed. Everybody got sick down there. He didn't care. Let him fucking seal off the puppet that he was. The skull and bones fucking puppet. Fucking. Barry, you on the fucking basketball team at Harvard? Why would you say such a thing? Tall, skinny black guy at Harvard Law? You gotta be. Huh. The whitest community on the face of the earth? Well, because he's not white. Or, I mean, he's not black. Whitey Obama. He fooled everybody. He betrayed everybody. Yo, Bill Clinton even made a statement against you. Did you hear Bill Clinton the other day? And, I mean, for that rat, Bill Clinton, to call you something. But Bill Clinton's right. The last 7 years, pathetic. And you don't think that's going right at Obama? Oh, it's going right at Obama. Because it's true. Obama's a pathetic president. Really, he didn't do anything. So, he just sits back. BP lets him just annihilate it. Of course, his crown and jewel, Fukushima. Cover up the greatest ecological catastrophe, the greatest violation to human rights in human history, in world history, to animals, plants. And Barack Obama's not the worst president in history to the environment. He's the worst person in the history to the environment. Now, how many tens of billions of people have been on this earth? The worst fucking hero to the environment in the history of the world. Barack Obama. You know, it's unarguable, and history will write it that way. The cover-up of Fukushima. It could have been entombed. 16 ships, 20-something ships were sent in. The operation, what's it called? That's what the operation was, to entomb Fukushima. Barack Obama told the commander-in-chief, told him to stand down, handed the keys to fucking John Holdren and the 32 team at Livermore. The Great Pacific Genocide. One guy did it. One guy. Oh, you couldn't have. The fuck, they couldn't have. The world could have descended on that fucker and entombed that fucker. That's exactly what the Navy was sent in to do. He told them to stand down. Nope. Instead of fucking entombing it, they covered it up, protecting his owners, because that's a puppet. You know, Bill Clinton's fucking guilty too. You know, Kazakhstan. They're all in on it. David Vitter, that piece of shit, head of the committee. Fuck, you know what Fukushima is? I mean, these people are so ignorant, these puppets. So, why does he get off the hook? I don't understand how he gets off the fucking hook. I really don't. This guy just sits back there and just, he's done zero. I mean, looted the country. I mean, people used to say Bush Light, status quo. Now, much worse than that. This guy's a sicko. This guy, well, he's a dumb puppet. Just really a dumb puppet. And, you know, he's clueless. And the sad thing is, you think about how young his mother was when she died of leukemia, a downwinder. And, you know, she got annihilated from the open-air test. You know, anybody that knows him, like Mike Lee, that rat, I saw him yesterday. I'm like, fuck this guy. Why did he talk to me? I've given up. There's no sense even talking to these fucking politicians. They're pathetic. They ain't going to get nowhere. You know, fuck these politicians. Fuck all these fucking media. Fuck all them. Well, no, we're going to do it. We've already done it. So we fight on one day at a time. It's not been an easy fucking battle, I tell you that. It, you know, and it's taken our toll on all of us. You know, our health, our fucking finances. You know, fuck, look what it's done to us socially. You know, ask Radchick, ask, Christina, ask Jules, ask Jan, ask Joe Ackerman, ask Lonnie, ask anybody who's fought this fight. Ask them, you know, what it's done to us in our social lives. It's destroyed our social lives. You know, look what it's done to us financially. Oh my God. Just absolutely annihilated us. You know, of course, physically what it's done to me. But, you know, I got AML leukemia. Like I said, I was in the hospital last night, and I'm like, you know, because I won't go to these hospitals here, so I got to drive 40 miles in the middle of the night. I'm like, if I was a racehorse, you guys would just put me down. And, you know, no, we wouldn't. And they says, you know, I don't know. This is nothing new. It's a fucking war from hell. Fucking, I don't know. We get frustrated. We get burned out. We get fucking really pissed off. How could we not? You know, anger's a really human emotion that needs to be used. We squash it. That's why everybody's on pills. Look what we're up against. A hypnotized police force that fucking goes in with the military fucking globalist fucking regime. Then you got the fucking YouTubers all over, the Alex Jones of the world. They do good work, but then they go down to the fucking same place that it's all God's will. And then they're going to sell you pills and bunkers and, you know, silver and guns and fucking gold, which they ain't going to do you nothing. So that thesis is good, but then they suck you down the same cattle chute. It's all God's will, bro. Don't you know? Don't you know that's the way? Oh, really? I hear it all the time. I'm out there as activist, you know. So what? You know, if your friend died at 30, that's just the way it was supposed to be, God's plan. No, what the fuck? Because, again, selfish, self-indulged baby boomers and echo boomers. That's an easy way so they don't have any accountability. So they're not going to take accountability. So we won this war. Too late? Oh, yeah. But, you know, the human rights champions of the history of humanity, small group of us, we'll never get credit. But in our souls, we know what we did. We changed the fucking world. We really changed the fucking world. Who can say that? Who can say that? In their whole fucking humanity, who can say that? We can.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Cool game.